What's up, everybody? Hope everybody's having a good Monday. We're just hanging out in the studio, going over crypto, doing a thing, rocking the new t-shirt. Check this out. I had this guy made. Obviously, it's the green incentive or ink token in the middle, but testing out some shirts, testing out some things. Welcome, Allie. Welcome, D. Shout out to the 6 watchers right now. It's going to be a low-key Monday night. I'll be honest, I'm pretty burnt out. Had a really fun weekend. The wife and I went and saw Taylor Swift up in Detroit. It was about a 3-hour drive back. So we were up all night. It was a good time. And I had a full day of work today, so whew, I am ready to crash. But I got to catch up on some crypto homework, so we'll go over some things. Let me know how it sounds, if the music's too loud, too quiet. But as always, we'll get started on Bitcoin here. And Bitcoin's really just kind of trending sideways. We had it in this falling wedge pattern here. And it's just kind of doing its thing. Let's zoom into the 4 hours, see what we got going on. And you can see, I mean, it really doesn't get much more sideways than that. We've been between 25,600 and 25,900 since June 5th. So it's been a pretty boring couple weeks. Had a little Bart Simpson action here. But we got some big news this week, a lot of different things coming out. We had the Gary Gensler news with Warren Davidson writing the bill to restructure the SEC. We got some Fed news coming this week. Are they going to pause? Are they going to hike? What's going to happen there? And then, of course, we're always looking at the new crypto regulations. But yeah, Bitcoin's just kind of going sideways here. I'm wondering if we're going to get some bullish news from the Fed. Whoops, didn't mean to move that. If we're going to get some bullish news from the Fed, and we'll just kind of maybe either come up here and bounce off it, or we're going to break through and go to the way to the upside. Hopefully that's the case. If the Fed does pause or even pivots and reduces the rates, it's going to be extremely bullish for risk-on assets. But even with the market, if the market sentiment turns bullish, it doesn't mean anything for crypto, really. It really depends on the regulation in the US that's going on right now. But we'll have to watch it, see what happens. Let's head over to Crypto Bubbles. Yeah, we can see some movement. There's a lot of green today. Boo, Sui's up 13%. Pulsechain down 14.5%. Hex down 10%. What is Hex at? How is it even fallen 10%? That's crazy. So Hex has fallen under a penny. Wow. Got as low as a seventh of a penny. That's nuts. 207 for Hex. That was just 5 cents a couple weeks ago. Or months ago, I guess, at this point. It's crazy. It's already June. But you can see we got some movers today. Optimism up 5%, Cardano up 2%, Phantoms up 3%. Seeing a lot of recovery after the big dumps this weekend. We had that bad news from the SEC. You can see if we look at the week, pretty much everything's down 20% on the week. So that's a bit unfortunate to see. But it really ties into the SEC news and Gary Gensler being evil Gary. Let's take a look over at Dex Screener, see what we got going on our watch list here. I'll skip over to the main watch list, and just like everything else, seeing a lot of red here. We got Pulse down 15%, Pulsex down 15%, Hex down 10%, Phantom DBZen is down 8%, regular DBZen's down 7%, Zen's down 6%. So we got a lot of red in the market with the bad news. But kind of interesting, we do have Phoenix. Very low volume, only 2 transactions for $100, but it's up 20%. So that's really a testament to the low liquidity over there right now. Got a 20% price impact on a $100 buy. Oh, this is old. I actually ended up selling this right before that dump. So let's get rid of that. You can see Phoenix making some nice moves here, but when you zoom out, it's pretty far down. Hopefully this is a little bottom here. You can kind of see it's a rounded bottom there. Maybe we'll see this continuation to the upside. Definitely keep an eye on that. Let's switch over to the Pulsechain watch list here. And look at this. So we got Zen Classic moving over there, up 30%. And this thing's really going wild. It's just going up and down all over the place. Very, very volatile, but it is still doing its thing, so that's good. Kind of just in this wave pattern. You can see how many times this is actually coming down here and touching this. This isn't a bad buy if you see it's, you know, if it's coming down here, coming down here. That's not a bad trade opportunity, really. If this comes back down to this line, you might have to grab some Zen Classic. What is that? 179%. I don't know about that. That seems a little unrealistic, but when there's low liquidity like this, things can get real volatile, that's for sure. So let's go over to the watch list, see what we got going on, see if we got any movers in the Zen ecosystem. This says Binance Zen is up 6%. We got Phantom Zen up 5%. Matic Zen up 1%. Got Zen Doge down 17%. Looks like we had some big sells. I thought this was kind of interesting. I was curious how closely it gets pegged with Zen. So the red line is actually the price of Zen, and the regular bars are obviously the price of Zen Doge. You can kind of see it. I mean, it's pretty I'm trying to remember what it is. It's like if the price is above, let me see here. Come on. Let's try to zoom out, get it a little closer here. Yeah, that's interesting. Wasn't sure what I was going for there. Let's go check out DBZen. So you got Phantom DBZen down 8%, regular DBZen down 8%. Still staying above $7, so that's good. We got some strong support starting to form around $7. It's nice and healthy to see. Let's zoom in on the hour chart here and see what we're looking like. All right, so I was really hoping last time we talked, we had this wick down and it kind of bounced off this trend line. So I was hoping this would hold, and when we were streaming it was holding, but you can kind of see it fell through here, and now it's struggling to get back above that trend line. So that kind of negates that trend line until we can get back above it. What I will do is, let's just start this over. So this goes back quite a bit. We'll keep these here. But we do have this new range. You can kind of see that. Right between like 620 and 820. So it's kind of this $2 range here. We're bouncing around pretty healthy. We had this big deviation out of it, but came right back to it. But this has been since June 2nd. We're just kind of stuck in this little $6 to $8 range. And obviously, so you can kind of see that how the market dynamics work there. DBZen started to pump because everyone's anticipating DB's NFTs, and they thought that would play into the moon party and the distribution of X1. So that's why that started to pump. And then once the news came out, which, don't get me wrong, I'm a huge fan of the news that came out, but it wasn't that bullish for DBZen, so the price instantly came back. But it didn't dump lower than before. It's just kind of in the same range. So this is like the kind of like the fair price of DBZen, you know, what it wants to be between $6 and $8. And until we get some more bullish narratives, it's probably going to stay in this range where you can kind of trade it. And that is a trade you can make. You know, how many times does it come down here and retest this? So if you see it continue to come back down here, scoop a little up around $6 and then sell it around $8. And that's just a solid swing trade. I mean, that's nothing against the ecosystem or anything. It's just a solid trade when you start to see these dynamics playing out. But really, anything can happen. I'm really excited. I'm accumulating DBZen. I'm not swing trading it, that's for sure. Getting those ETH divs, just hanging in there. One thing about the X1 Litepaper that has me really bullish about DBZen is so all the side chains there's not much to do with the Zen that's there other than burn it. So I'm just going to be burning all the Zen I get in DBZen on the side chains, you know, on Avalanche, on Binance, on Phantom. I'm not keeping any of that Zen. I'm straight up burning it for DBZen. I may even sell the DBZen back into Zen and burn it, and just kind of burn it and burn it and burn it, and use that as a way to build up my allocation. But then on the ETH side, I want to keep my Zen on the ETH side and use that for the auctions that are coming up. So I'm not going to be burning any of my ETH Zen. I'm going to be holding on to that with my dear life, saying, all right, I'm going to hold this ETH Zen and I'm going to burn it in the auctions once the auction happens. And that's how I'm going to get my allocation of X1 in the auctions. And then obviously minting the VMPX. Going to have some ETH set aside for minting the VMPX. So, kind of getting into my strategy there. Things are kind of changing, and I think they're changing in a good way. What's up, KC James? He says the 333-day auctions for Zen Burn will start in September, right? I think that's what they said. Yeah. He said the 1st of September. But anything could happen. Anything could change. The other thing that really is, as I'm going back and watching that video, them talking about it, you know, the 333 auctions and the burn that's going to last continually, they don't necessarily have to wait till the blockchain launches to finish those. So like they can do the VMPX auction, the mint rush, as we'll call it. You know, they'll do the VMPX mint rush on Ethereum. And at that point they could really launch it, and then they could set up claims to where, you know, once a month you get your burn claim, and then you can go over to X1 and claim your burn tokens once a month for the next couple of years until all the Zen's minted out. So it's kind of an interesting way to think about it. Definitely. Oh yeah, we got a lot to talk about with that. I've been diving deep. So let's see what else we got going on here. You can see Zen's kind of doing the dip thing. A lot of the Zen heads didn't like the news. Some of them are selling their Zen for Bitcoin and getting some VMPX. Some are just trying to stack their ETH, getting ready for the auctions. But you can see we're not really making new lows. You know, back in March, we were sitting down here about 50% down from where we are right now. So we do have a ways to go if we continue to free fall, but we're starting to put in this solid resistance right here. Unfortunately, I might have to redraw my line here because we're starting to come down. So let's see. So hopefully this holds. I mean, you can kind of see it's wicked down there a couple times. So I feel like there's no catalyst for Zen ETH to go up because everyone will stack their ETH for Zen in September, aside from DBZen burns. That's true, but the reason they're stacking their ETH is to burn it, right? So it's all going to get burned anyway. And everybody will have their own, you know, a lot of people may disagree and they may want to take their Zen ETH into Bitcoin and set up the liquidity pools, maybe set up some pools on Libre to do the cross-chain swap. You know, there's going to be the X1 bridges that'll need liquidity. You can also turn your VMPX into X1. So there's so many different things. I mean, I think that the auctions are just 1/3 of it. And that's how I'm going to participate, is hold on to my Zen. And that may not bode very well for DBZen on ETH, but people are still going to want to burn their Zen to get that allocation. You know, the burning of Zen on ETH is also going to have the biggest percentage of the proof of burn. So there's definitely incentive to still burn for DBZen. I feel like I've burned so much on ETH, and I have all these Zen tokens coming on these other chains, that the other chains are going to be where I'm going to be burning personally, and I'm going to try to get my Zen ETH into the auctions. But really burning Zen for DBZen on ETH is going to be even more profitable than the other chains. So everyone's going to have their own strategies. I'm still trying to figure mine out, to be honest. But you can see VMPX here, whew, still rolling. So this is the spot trading on BitGet. You can see it got as low as 3 cents, about 3.5 cents, and currently sitting at 16 cents, 16.3 cents. So that's real nice. The chart's still pretty new, but the RSI is cooked, the Stokes cooked, the MACD is starting to flip. But when new coins are like this, anything can happen. And another thing to think about, Casey, is there's also going to be future projects on ETH. So maybe there's going to be a new style of DeFi project that comes along on ETH, and it takes the best elements of DBZen and the best elements of, you know, the other DeFi projects we like. Maybe there's different staking pools, or, you know, different burn mechanisms, or some kind of like governance thing, and that comes along and that burns a whole bunch of other Zen on ETH. And I'll definitely be burning my Zen on that. But it's really the other chains was my point, is there's nothing really to do with my other chain on the other chains. So I'm going to be pumping the shit out of DBZen on all the other chains. That's for sure. Casey says, I have a sinking feeling I'll be priced out of the July 4th moon party for minting VMPX ETH. Honestly, I'm with you there, buddy. I feel like I am too. Nice thing is it's a nice long process, so I don't think the gas is going to be pegged to like 500 Gwei for 24 hours or anything, but I'm hoping to get at least a couple batches just to say I participated. But I'm expecting my biggest allocations to come from both of the burning, because that's where the early people come in. Really, the VMPX mints on ERCs, that's really just to get more of the Bitcoin and the ETH guys over. The early guys, the early adopters like you and me, the ones who've been here forever, we're all about that 2/3 allocation, the burn allocation. So it sucks when I hear people say like, oh, the early adopters aren't getting rewarded. We're getting 2/3 of the allocation. Not only have we already burned all that Zen that's going to be accounted for, but we also have the all the Zen that's coming to put into the auctions. So, you know, if you wanted to get into the auctions now, you're not going to get any EAA, and you're not going to get any amplifier, and your time on your mints are going to be much shorter than us that got in back in October and back the early Zen NFTs, and we got all the adoption amplifiers and the rewards, and we're going to be the ones that really benefit from the auctions and from the burning. So yeah, it's really exciting. I also wanted to shout this out. I made a thread about this the other day. Jack Levin AI art. I think this is cool. You know, we're all in the bear market trying to get by. This is just a good example of something you can do if you're feeling like entrepreneurial, if you're feeling like you want to make a buck on the side, figure something out. We have these tools. He basically just takes Jack's tweets and turns them into AI art. He takes the tweets. I'm sure he creates a certain prompt. He types that prompt into the AI. He tweaks it, gets it just right so it looks like the tweet. And it's kind of a cool idea. Very simple. It doesn't have anything to do with Zen other than the content. It doesn't burn Zen. Doesn't really contribute to the Zen ecosystem in any way other than spreading the word. And it's putting Jack Levin's tweets on the blockchain. So I think that's pretty cool. As soon as I can get my profile updated, I'm going to change my profile picture to one of them. Actually, I got 3 of them, so shout out to them for sending those over. I thought that was pretty sweet. D says, that's why I'm buying BRC VMPX 20 now. Oh, for sure, for sure. It's crazy. I mean, we were buying it at 5, 6, 7 cents over the weekend, and now it's 16 cents. And I still feel like that's low. Like it's a static supply. And this is the thing about VMPX. They need a bridge token with a limited supply. That you can't have a bridge token that has fluctuating supplies on both sides. Both sides of the bridge have to have an equal supply, so they can't use Zen as the bridge token. So they needed another token. And what other token besides Zen? You know, they would use VMPX. That's their other token that they developed. The Fair Crypto team released that on Bitcoin. They always had the plan to give it the utility. So being the bridge token from Bitcoin to Ethereum, I mean, that kind of makes it just makes sense. It kind of makes sense. It just clicks in my head, you know. VMPX is on Yahoo now? Yeah, I saw that. That's pretty slick. Where did I see that? I thought I retweeted that earlier. Yeah, right here. VMPX gets listed on Yahoo Finance. That's pretty slick. And I'll be honest, it doesn't really mean much, especially Yahoo Finance. I mean, you can pay to have article. You can write an article and pay them to list it. I mean, it's really not much. You know, you tell them, they're basically just pulling the data from CoinMarketCap, which is awesome. I mean, it's good to be recognized for sure. Seeing that VMPX on Yahoo is tight. Gotta get some of these some of this data filled in here. They don't have the supply, they don't have the market cap. But we're at the high right now, the 52-week high, 16.5 cents. That's slick. Casey James says, what do you know about Zen being on XN chain now? Does that make it a risk that Zen on other chains will lose their value? Isn't that what happened with PHEX and EHEX and how EHEX was created? No, it doesn't. It's all going to be bridged. So the Zen is going to be, you'll be able to convert your Zen into XN by burning it. And that's what the burn, proof of burn is. So, and also the auction. So when you burn your Zen on these chains, you're going to get your allocation to X1. And then basically once X1 happens, it's going to be a cross-chain bridge. So not only the big one's going to be Bitcoin and BRC20s, because that doesn't exist right now. The other bridges already exist, but you'll actually be able to use them on X1. So you'll be able to go from X1 to Avalanche, X1 to Ethereum, X1 to all the chains that Zen is currently on. So you'll be able to burn your Zen on Polygon and end up with the XN gas token, you know, the X1 token. So that's pretty sweet. And that's going to be part of the, you know, the bridge network. Yeah, it's X1's basically going to be the center. You know, all roads are going to lead to X1. So all these different ecosystems are going to be able to transact on X1. But the big deal is Bitcoin and the BRC20s, because that's brand new technology. You know, people have been already able to bridge between EVM. So that's not, it's a nice feature, but it's nothing new. But the BRC20s are really the innovative feature. That's what's going to set X1 apart from the other ones. Why do we get into ChatGPT? This is always fun. So we're going to use the link reader. So basically what this is OpenAI's ChatGPT 4. Hopefully I didn't use all my prompts. I think I get like 20 every 3 hours or something. But I can use the link reader plugin to tell it to read the Litepaper. So I'm going to have it read the Zen Litepaper, the ZenFT Litepaper, and the X1 Litepaper, and then we're going to ask it some questions. Read these 3 papers with link reader. Tell me, do not respond. Tell me when you're ready for questions. So let's see what we can get out of the Litepapers. What's up, Howler? Welcome, welcome. Casey says, I remember you said you like PulseX more than Pulse. Do you think VMPX will actually have a chance to be more valuable than XN itself? I do because it's a fixed supply, definitely. I don't know if I don't think Pulsechain and Pulsex are a good comparison. It'd be more like VChain and VTHO, if you're familiar with VChain. You know, one's kind of the gas token, and then one's the actual utility token. I do think the price of VMPX will be up because of the solid supply, but the XN token will be more volatile, and it really depends on the burn and everything. I mean, it's all speculative, so we'll be able to see. So ChatGPT says, I've finished reading the 3 documents. Please feel free to ask any questions you have. Please explain the 3 distribution mechanisms for the X1 blockchain. If you guys have any questions you want me to ask, I'd be happy to type it in for you. But let's just go through this. So I'm basically asking what the three distribution mechanisms for the X1 blockchain. This is basically how you're going to get your tokens, and this is what all the controversy is right now in the Zen ecosystem. This isn't even correct. That's funny. This is not correct. Reread the X1 Litepaper. That's funny. Sometimes it just pulls complete information out of its ass, and I think they're called like AI hallucinations. Like, where is it pulling this from? The mechanism used to incentivize liquidity. Yeah, it's talking about, I mean, that might be a feature of X1, but it's not. That is not correct. 1/3 of the allocation is VMPX. 1/3 is proof of burn, and 1/3 are the burn auctions. I apologize for the confusion earlier. You are correct. Man, why do I even use it? I'm telling it what it is. What the hell? All right, so this looks more correct. That's funny. It's just making up names for it. It says VMPX is Vortex Mining Power Extended. What are you doing, GBT? It's so confused today. 1/3 of the XN token allocation is distributed through VMPX. This is a mechanism where users can stake their Zen tokens to earn X1. That's not true. That is not true at all. That's hilarious. This thing is struggling today. I've never had this issue. It's just giving me blatantly wrong information about what it just read. Did I send it the... Yeah, I sent it the Litepaper. All right, here we go. Now we're talking. I used WebPilot. That's good. Okay. What's up, Tanzanian? Welcome, welcome. We're just hanging out using ChatGPT to talk about the Litepaper. And it's just completely off. It's not even close to what the hell is actually in the Litepaper. This one looks pretty close. So, first method of allocation, any wallet address that participated in Zen Proof of Burn using the various Zen related projects is qualified for X1 coins on the X1 blockchain based on the market cap ratios of such blockchains. So that's a big question. I have a big question about that. So it mentions the market cap ratios of such blockchains. Now, is it talking about the market cap ratio of the blockchain itself or the market cap of Zen on the blockchain? Because if you go over and look at, let's pull up coin market cap, you can see like OKX has a much larger market cap than something like Phantom, but the market cap of Zen on Phantom's bigger than the one on OKX. So that's kind of interesting. You know, there's like Avalanche down here, which is probably the third biggest market cap of Zen. You know, there's Polygon. And then there's OKB. So I think there needs to be some clarity there. I wasn't sure if it's the market cap of the actual blockchain itself, but I assume it's the blockchain, the market cap of Zen on that blockchain. So the second method are the Zen Burn smart contracts, and these are the auctions. So through specific Zen Burn smart contracts on Ethereum chain, people can burn Zen via daily auctions, lasting 333 24-hour periods. Then the third option is the mint rush on the Ethereum chain. Through the participation of a single 8 to 12-hour mint rush on Ethereum chain by minting a bridge token, VMPX. Okay. This does clarify it. Can you think of any strategies on the most efficient way participate. Let's see what it says here. All right, so it's going to give us very vague answers here. Diversify across all three mechanisms. If you have the resources, participating in all three mechanisms, the proof of burn, the smart contracts, and the mint rush could potentially spread your risk and your increased chances of acquiring a significant amount of XN coins. And that's what I've been saying. That's the big thing. I feel like a lot of people are stuck in this box like, oh, I keep hearing Zen burning only gets 33% of it. If you're already in Zen and you have so much Zen coming, you're excited about the auctions because you're going to have Zen to burn in it. Anyone else that wants to participate doesn't get that leg up on the competition. You know, everyone else is going to be behind where we are. So this benefits us. You know, it's not that we're only getting 1/3. We're getting 2/3 plus a bunch of time that is already baking our Zen. Really, the only chance for someone that's coming into Zen right now is to mint the VMPX, you know, during the mint rush. Because if they start minting Zen NFTs now, it's turn that down a little bit. All right, so the second strategy, focus on Zen proof of burn. All right, so this is good. If you already hold Zen-related projects, participating in the proof of burn Zen proof of burn could be a good option. This would allow you to leverage your existing holdings to acquire XN coins. And basically what it's saying, if you're already burning, continue to burn. You know, if you're already participating in DB Zen, you already have the focus on the proof of burn. Continue to burn, and that's where your biggest allocations coming from. Or you can participate in the Zen burn contracts. If you believe in the long-term potential of the blockchain, have a high risk tolerance, participating in the Zen burn smart contracts could be a good strategy. This involved burning Zen in daily auctions over a period of 300 days. And that's a good point, because if you want to burn in the auctions, you really have to pay attention. You need to pay attention into what are good days to burn. If you're burning on the first day of the auction, that's going to be the busiest time to burn. Everybody's going to be trying to burn on day one. But if you can get like a slow day, you might be able to get a bigger allocation, more bang for your buck. It's not all dependent on the single day like VMPX is. It's going to be stretched out over 330 days. So if there's some holiday where nobody's paying attention, everybody's off of crypto, maybe only 10 or 15 people get into the burn auction, you might be able to acquire a huge chunk of XN without really having to do much, just by paying attention. So that's the key. You have to pay attention. And it's kind of like DB Zen. You have to pay attention to DB Zen. You know, there's good days to get in the lobby, and then there's good days to not participate and save a little money. So it's definitely good notes here. You think the 333 day auctions is like a separate lobby from other burn lobbies like DB Zen, or the 333 day auctions will account for burns in the DXN lobby? 333 day auctions will be like a ranking list incorporated all burns from dApps. No, so that's the proof of burn. Those are two different things. So there is a ranking list incorporating all burns from dApps, but that is the proof of burn. So you have these are the three options. So the proof of burn, any Zen that you burned in DB Zen and Zen Doge and any of these side projects, any, you know, Apex NFTs, if any Zen you burned will be counted in this proof of burn record. That gets 1/3 of the allocation. So if you've been burning for 6 months now, you're included in this burn record. You'll get your 1/3 allocation of Zen or XN. Secondly, there's the smart contracts, which are the auctions themselves. And I think they're going to be exactly like the DB Zen lobby. It's going to be a 333 day thing. There's going to be one auction per day. Everybody's going to come in. They'll burn their Zen, and it's going to break it down by percentage. The people that have the highest percentage will get the most. People that only burn a little bit will get a smaller chunk. And depending on how many people burn that day, how much Zen is burned. If there's only, you know, 5 people, if on a regular day there's 50 people and you get in, you might only get a little bit of the allocation. But if on a day like if it's Christmas morning and no one's participating, you burn and there's only 5 people burning, you're going to get a much bigger auction that day. And that happens for 333 days. Exactly. Yep. The auction's just sending your ETH Zen to a smart contract to burn. And, you know, there's no getting your DB Zen tokens. There's no participating in other projects. It's just the auction. It's kind of like DB Zen without the DB Zen. You burn your Zen and then you see your rank, and then that'll be your allocation. Instead of getting DB Zen tokens, you get future XN tokens. That's what I'm saying, Casey James. That's what I'm holding on to my ETH Zen. I'm burning all my side Zen. So my side chain Zen, you know, my AVAX, my Binance, my Matic, I'm going to burn all that. And that's where I'm going to get my proof of burn. Now, those chains also have a smaller percentage on the proof of burn list because it's based on market cap. So Phantom's market cap is pretty small. It's not going to be as much as if I was burning on Zen. However, I'd rather keep my Zen and burn it in the auctions, because if I can find those right days and be strategic about it, I'll be able to get more bang for my bucks with my burns. But that does kind of take away from DB Zen, which is why it's a little bearish for DB Zen right now. Other strategy is to participate in the mint rush. If you have lower risk tolerance or prefer a one-time investment, I don't know if it's lower risk tolerance. That's going to be the riskiest day of them all because of the gas fees. Anything's going to happen with the gas fees. If you're lucky, you might be able to get in for cheap. But I think my smallest allocation is going to be in the mint rush because, one, I'm not an ETH whale. Two, I already have all my Zen minted. I don't have ETH to spend on the mint rush because I already have it in mints coming for the other two ways. So I'm going to be stacking my XN in these burns in the first two methods, but the third method, the mint rush, I'll probably just get a small allocation because I don't really have a way to participate. That's kind of for the newbies, the new users coming into Zen. All the Bitcoin heads that know VMPX on BRC20s, they know what XN's doing. They'll be able to participate by doing the mint rush. They'll be able to get their Ethereum, get their VMPX on the mint rush, and that's how they're going to get their bigger allocations, because they don't have the Zen mints that we do. We have the Zen coming to burn it, and that's where our allocation is going to come from. So that's interesting. Do you think this is a fair allocation? Does it benefit any of the three methods? Let's see. And that's a good question, because that's how Jack wanted it built. You know, he wanted it to be fair as possible. So I'm curious if OpenAI thinks, or ChatGPT thinks it's fair. So I asked it, do you think this is a fair allocation? Does it benefit any of the three methods in particular? The fairness allocation method in the blockchain project is often subjective. Proof of burn. This method benefits those who have already participated in Zen-related projects and have burned their tokens. It rewards early adopters, us, and those who have shown commitment to the ecosystem. However, it might be seen as less fair to newcomers and those who haven't had the opportunity to participate in Zen burning. Mic drop. ChatGPT gets it, everybody. That's exactly what's happening. I have to read that again. It might be seen as less fair to newcomers or those who have not had the opportunity to participate in Zen burning. All these people bitching on Twitter have that backwards. They're like, no, we're only getting 33%. You're getting a whole ass 33%, and only the people that participated early get that. New people don't get that. We get that, and that's amazing. That's extremely bullish for us. I don't know how you could complain about that. And then how about the fairness of the burn contracts? This method allows for a more continuous and long-term participation. It could be seen as fair as it provides an opportunity for those who are willing to burn their Zen tokens over a longer period. However, it might favor those with more resources who can afford to burn more tokens. And that's exactly what I was explaining. It's more continuous, it's more long-term. we have these Zen mints over the next 333 days. We can kind of dabble every time we get some. We can see when there's less people in the auction and put more Zen in to get a bigger allocation. It makes it for a more strategic. We have to be strategic about when we're burning for the burn smart contracts, but it allows for continuous and long-term participation rather than participating early and not knowing we're getting that 33% allocation. And then finally, the third method provides a one-time opportunity for participants to acquire XN coins. It could be seen as fair as it provides an equal opportunity for all, including the people that burned, including the people who will burn. You can also participate in the mint rush. It could be seen as fair as it provides an equal opportunity for all participants, regardless of their previous involvement or resources. However, it might favor those who are able to act quickly and participate in the mint rush. And I think by quickly, I don't think it means quickly as in speed. I think it means quickly as in gas fees. If you're able to get your transaction in there quicker with high gas fees, you're going to be able to participate. If you don't have the Ethereum to participate and you can't pay those gas fees, you're better off doing the first two methods, which account for 66% of the total allocation. So what's up, Web3 Briss? How's it going? I'm just going over the X1 Litepaper. They basically went over the allocation, the three different types of the allocation. So we're just asking ChatGPT some questions about, is it fair? What is the allocation? Basically, it's proof of burn, the Zen burn smart contracts, which are the Zen auctions, and then the mint rush. And in general, the allocation method seems to be designed to reward a variety of participants, early adopters, long-term supporters, and new participants. However, like any allocation method, it might favor certain groups or others depending on the specifics of the implementation. And it's very obvious it benefits the people who got in early because we have all the Zen coming. We have the ability to participate in the mint rush. We have the ability to get the Zen that's coming and burn it for the burn allocation and in the auctions. I mean, we are set up so solid, and I don't understand how people are complaining about it. This is as fair as you could possibly make it. You're rewarding early adopters, but new people can come in and they're not completely washed out. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing that Jack created here. So Casey James says, July 4th moon party. I just need ETH to mint VMPX ETH. Or I also need ETH Zen to burn. I believe that's just going to be the VMPX, and you can actually test that here. What that's like. Let me see if I have. Give me 1 second here. They actually have the DApp live on the testnet. So you can come over to this domain here, test.getvmpx.com, and you can connect it to the X1 DevNet and test what it's like to what it's going to be like for the mint rush. And I was kind of playing with this. I'm not sure if they reset it. They may have reset it. Yeah, they reset it. I have all my XN back. I had a like 2 million VMPX, but then they said they redid it to make it more to make it faster. But so on the mint rush day, anybody can participate. You don't have to be a Zen holder. You don't have to burn any Zen. You don't have to have any Zen mints. This is the part where anybody can participate. It's exactly like when we minted VMPX on Unisat. It's exactly like minting a BRC20. There's no fair, pre-sale. There's no swapping. There's no native token. You basically just tell the smart contract how much you want, and you pay the gas fee for that transaction. So I'm going to tell the smart contract, I want 195 VMPX or 195 batches. This is the power. So 195 batches. That'll give me 39,000 VMPX. I'll go ahead and hit the button. It's going to ask me to pay the gas fee. First, I'll sign the request. I'll go ahead and, so it's going to cost me 2.9 XN on the XN DevNet. I'll confirm the transaction on the testnet. I'll give it a second. I'll wait for it to mint. You can see the transaction's pending here. And there we go. So it took my XN tokens, and now I have 39 VMPX tokens. And that's what the mint rush is going to be. You can test it right now. Very straightforward, very simple. And let me change that song. That was distracting. But yeah, it's just very straightforward, very simple. You basically, what I've noticed is, I don't think I'll be able to do this on ETH because I'm no ETH whale or anything, but you don't actually have to wait. You can kind of get in this groove where you mint it. You wait for the transaction to form, you hit confirm. As soon as you hit confirm and that disappears, refresh the window. Go max. Ah, they added maybe they added that. That's interesting. I couldn't do that before. So I hit confirm. I refresh. I wonder if it's going to wait until the transaction queues. No, it's just being slow, so it adds a little timer in there. But you can just kind of refresh it and let the mints pile up. Now that's going to be very expensive because everybody's going to be trying to do it at once, and a mint rush, the gas fees are going to be insane, especially on Ethereum. So, but you can see just like this, I'm minting the tokens. Now all of a sudden I have 156,000 VMPX, and that's how it's going to work. The problem is the GUI. The GUI is going to get... Who knows? Hey, who knows? When VMPX was minted on Bitcoin, we were seeing crazy fees. The miners were getting paid so much extra Bitcoin, and we're going to see the same thing on Ethereum. You know, Zen likes to break these blockchains, and that's exactly what we can expect. Howler says people love complaining. I know, right? Man, I love trolling them. I need you guys to go like my tweets. I have so much fun trolling these guys. I call this dude Diet Coffeezilla. So this guy, and I have no problem with Caleb. You know, he's part of the Zen community. He has his concerns, but I think his concerns are not warranted. So I'm just having some fun with him. I don't mean any ill will or anything. But he said he discovered additional wallets linked to Jack Levin with over 1.1 VMPX purchased prior to the Litepaper announcement. All I have to say about that is they purchased it like everyone else. It's fair crypto. They're using known wallets. Like if they were trying to keep it quiet, they wouldn't use wallets. They wouldn't use the deployer and wallets linked to the deployer. That's so silly. So I came down here and said, breaking news, team used known wallets to buy fairly launched token like everyone else. They must be stopped. Diet Coffeezilla. So I thought that was pretty funny. And I'm just poking fun. I don't mean anything malicious. That's just funny. This dialogue is good. You know, we're working it out as a community. I don't see how you can think it's not bullish or not fair or you're not getting enough. Especially when you look at the facts. You know, plug it into the ChatGPT and ask it questions if you can't do it yourself. The proof of burn method benefits those who already participated. The proof of burn smart contracts method allows for a more continuous and long-term participation. Those are the auctions. And then the mint rush provides a one-time opportunity for new participants to acquire. So by being early, we all got to participate in these too. We all have burned for DB Zen. We burned for Zen Doge. We all have our burn records. We also have a bunch of Zen coming from the Zen FTs and the Zen mints that we have for the next year and a half. So we're already ahead in stage 1 and stage 2. We are so far ahead than anyone that wanted to come in right now. Anyone that wanted to come in right now, they can do the mint rush to participate. And this is their only chance to participate. And it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. So we'll see what happens with that. And that's just my take. I agree, D. It's bullish that the team buys their creation. Like, they don't have the tokens already. They could have pre-minted and kept it and said, this is the team allocation. We're going to use this for testing. Nope, they had to buy it just like everybody else did. They bought it on the open market. They bought it with known wallets. They're not addressing it because they're not being shady. It's so stupid. It cracks me up. A Zen burn should do good for the XN allocation. I hope you're right, Freedom. I was saying earlier, the one thing I'm not sure about is that the white paper mentions the amount of X1 tokens earned is wait, no. Where is it? It was basically saying right here. So Zen proof of burn, using the various Zen related projects is qualified to receive the coins. It's proportionally based on the market cap ratios of such blockchains. So does that, at face value, I took that as it's the market cap of Zen on that blockchain. But when I heard Crypto Bruh talking this morning, he said it's the market cap of the blockchain, which is kind of confusing because Zen on Phantom has a much bigger market cap than Zen on OKB, but the OKB market cap is, I think it's in the top 20. So, but, and there's so many tokens on OKX. I don't know if you've noticed it, but their C ranks are in the 100 millions. So it's like, this market cap's much bigger than Phantom, but Zen on Phantom is way more active. So that's something we're going to need clarification on. Is it the market cap of the blockchain, or is it market cap of the Zen project on that blockchain? It's really not clear. Let's ask ChatGPT. In the proof of burn, is it the market cap of Zen on that blockchain, or the market cap of the native token of that blockchain? So according to the X1 Litepaper, the coins are distributed proportionally based on the market cap ratios of the blockchains where Zen is burned. This suggests that it's the market cap of the native token of the respective blockchain that's considered for the distribution, not the market cap of Zen on the blockchain. That means if Zen is burned on the particular blockchain, the market cap of that blockchain's native token at the time of burn would be used to determine the proportion of the XN tokens. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. That means BNB would be the second best blockchain to burn on. You know, if you're burning your tokens on BSC, that's going to have a much higher allocation than Avalanche, which is down here, OKB, which is down here, Phantom, which is all the way down here. I don't even know where like ETH proof of work and stuff are. You know, you might as well just buy up all the Zen on BNB and use that, because that's where the juice is at. Yeah, screw these other side chains. If I've been doing Phantom because I like I thought the project had more activity over there with DBZen and everything, but if BNB is the number 4 market cap and gets the second highest burn, I'm gonna start burning down BNB. I've been avoiding BNB, so I'm kind of behind there, but that's interesting. We're gonna have to get some clarification on that. I thought it was the market cap of Zen. I don't even know where we could see that. Maybe on Dex Screener? Does that do market caps? Oh, that does the fully diluted, right? So if you look over here, I mean, yeah, I guess it matches up then, because BZen would be the second, then MZen, then, but see over here, the market cap for Phantom Zen's higher than Avalanche Zen. So it's kind of counterintuitive that Avalanche burn is last, other than Pulsechain. Pulsechain's in last because it's only a $41,000 market cap. Well, no, I'm sorry, I'm confusing it again. That's if we're using the market cap of the Zen tokens. How do they even figure out the market cap of Pulsechain? What the hell? That's got to be the highest one, right? What's the market cap of PLS? It's got to be something crazy, right? It's probably not even on CoinMarketCap. Jack did say it all along. He did. Here, let's see. 575 million. What's BNB? Is BNB a billion? No, not even close. Oh no, yeah, 35 billion. Yeah, okay. So BNB is going to be the one that you want to burn. That has the highest market cap. It's the number 4 coin. That's going to be the hidden gem. Anybody that's burning on BNB, that's where it's going to get real. And then what's the smallest one then? That's interesting. I love this. This gives me so much to do. I like tokens that I can interact and do stuff with. Now I got to figure out the market caps of all these damn Zen projects. That's great. That's funny. Hell yeah. Well, before we sign off here, if you guys have any questions you want me to ask GPT before I close out of the data set, let me know. But in the meantime, I'm going to sit here and mint a couple NFTs. But if you guys have any questions on it, just definitely I'll ask them. Let's see. I don't know if I have any ETH. Hey, I got 40 bucks. 15 Gwei, why not? Are we up to 914 yet? So you can see I'm starting to stack it to where I got one every week. That's kind of where I'm going for. So it stops here. So let's go 6/21/2024. With a nice 15 Gwei. That's awesome. That's a beautiful thing. And I wish I could do big VMUs on ETH. I have a constant supply of Zen coming in, which all of this is going to be going straight to the burn auction. So every time I have a Zen NFT due, I'm going to either send it to DB Zen or send it to the burn auction. Look at that. Gwei is 13. Holy shit. Let's go with 14. Nice little 5 VMU for 30 bucks. Yeah, I'm kind of bummed about that. I need to get some mints going on Binance now. I don't have enough Binance mints. I always thought Binance was gross. I wanted to stay as far away from that chain as I can. Got PTSD from the SafeMoon days. If you know what I mean. I lost so much money to rug pulls on Binance. I never want to go back there. Alright, so I got about 14 bucks to claim some Zen. I got some mints due this week. Let's see what else we got. This is my favorite thing about Zen is I'm just dabbling in all these different ecosystems. So here are the BSC ones. What are we looking at as far as Gwei here? So I got about 22 bucks. You guys want to see a secret? I know how to use the 1 Gwei node. So I'm up to May 1st, 2024. We'll go max. Now check this out. So I got the Anchor RPC set up. It wants to charge me 110 bucks for this Binance. I'm gonna change this gas price to 1 Gwei, and it's only gonna cost me 21 bucks. Go ahead and head over to BSC scan. And this one, it's kind of interesting that I'm finding out that the biggest burn allocations going to Binance the same time I figured out the one Gwei node. So that has me pretty excited. I'm going to be minting a shit ton of Centurions on Binance for 2024. Especially if the price of BNB keeps tanking. It's going to get real cheap. Let's go confirm my transaction. I got a couple more to make. There we go. So if you come over, you can see that it was supposed to cost me $100-something. It cost me 18 bucks at one Gwei. It's pretty cool, right? I can mint Centurions with one Gwei. It cost me $18. NFT claim successful. So now I got one on the first of every month into 2024. So that's pretty exciting. But yeah, I don't know if I want to make a video about that one. that's gonna be that's one I keep a secret. If you want to know, shoot me a DM on Twitter or something. It's common knowledge. It's all out there. It's the Anchor RPC node. Where was I? So let's head over to Polygon here. I think I got a little bit of Matic. Why does it say I have 1 billion? And of course, the Polygon nodes always suck. All right. So what are we looking at here? Got 32 Matic. Might be able to get a couple off for cheap. Where are we? So I'm going to do January 21st. And I've just been minting like crazy, and now it's starting to feel better about minting because I'm starting to get a plan for what to do with it. Yeah, now once I get this Binance Zen and this Matic Zen and this Phantom Zen, I'm just going to be burning it. I'm going to be burning it for DB Zen. I'm going to be selling the DB Zen for more Zen to burn. I'm just going to be a burning cycle, man. It's crazy. Isn't that crazy? 21 bucks. It was actually less than that. The Gwei was 18. 0.07 BNB, $18.33. Man, these go so slow. I'm impatient, so I got to refresh, and then I'll mint another one. So we'll do February 21st. Come on. Confirm this, and then we'll do March 21st. And I'm kind of building up a system where on the same day of every month, I'm gonna have NFTs due on all chains that I like anyway. That's kind of how that's working out. So that's February. We'll wrap it up. We'll do one more on March 21st. And yep, every day we're just minting. Minting. Those first couple go through. Let's take a look. Nope. Hopefully these go through. Nice thing about Polygon is it's pretty cheap to speed it up. Let's switch over. I think I got some AVAX. So what are we looking at here on Avalanche? Just all over the place here. We up to October? No. We are not. Let's go back. So I got one. We'll go 121. Should probably check to see how much Avalanche I actually have first. About 6. So you can see as I'm stacking up these mints, I'm at first I was just gonna keep the Zen, but now I'm actually going to just burn it. So I'll have a constant stream of burn to do for these 333 day auctions, which should go, I think they said until they said a little less than a year. So if they start in September, they should end, you know, July or August of 2024. So I'm really trying to get all my Zen, get my Zen going here. Zen is about to explode, man. Welcome. Shout out to the 13 watchers. Totally just forgot what I was doing. Oh yeah, the 21st. Nice amethyst. An amethyst NFT. 0.38 AVAX. I'll take it. And this is what we're going to be doing. Just burning, trying to mint Zen, burn Zen. It's interesting because I used to DCA into all these projects. And I used to buy Avalanche and Phantom. But now I'm using that to... the actual native coins that I DCA'd in to get into Zen, so it's kind of nice. It's kind of like full circle. I'm just transferring this around, putting all my energy into Zen. I haven't messed with ETH POW, Moonbeam, or EVMOS yet. I do have some Cosmos, so I feel like I should get in EVMOS, but in the bull run of 2021, Phantom was one of my best holdings for sure. So it's always like close to my heart. I was having dreams about Phantom. Like I had this dream one time where like it felt so real too. Like in the dream, I woke up in the dream in my bed, and there was all these like people outside my house, like tearing up my lawn and like pounding on the door and like trying to get inside and stuff. And they're like, oh, you know, we heard you're into crypto, we can't do that. And I'm like, no, I have some Phantom, guys, it's all good, I have some Phantom. And they're like, oh, you have Phantom, you're cool then. And like they all left, and it was just such a weird dream. And then Phantom went all the way to like 250 after that, so it's like it's a pretty awesome dream, awesome experience. See, I kind of gave up here. We'll do 9-1 and 10-1 here. Sometimes the gas gets all wonky. So these only cost 13 cents on Phantom. That's great. The 333 days start September 1st. Yep, they start September 1st, and I think they go... What's September 1st plus 333 days? So it looks like I don't want before, I want after. There is no after. That's funny. So it'll be July 30th. That's a little sooner than I thought. Yeah, the end of July. So it'll start September 1st. It'll end Tuesday, July 30th, 2024. Zen game coming out soon. I don't know. I saw their domain was down. I wasn't sure if they were just making some changes. They lost their domain or something. I was trying to find their white paper one day to do a video about them, but I couldn't find any information. I thought their project collapsed. Let's see. An open source game employing the first principles of crypto. Maybe they just don't have a website anymore. I thought it was zen.game. Not too much action over on their Twitter, but that's cool. I'm excited. Once new information comes out, I'm ready to take it in. I'm ready to absorb it. Oh no, not another Zen Shiba. I know, right? They did randomly post this 8 hours ago. Zen.game's buy and burn function will be an independent contract separate from the core game mechanics. This will make it simple and effortless for other developers to integrate this tool into their own projects. Spread the burn. Let's see. So let me just mint. So I'm going to mint up through. Did that go through? So we got 9-1. We'll do 10-1. There's a Zenturion. I should have been doing this so much earlier. If I only knew then what I know now. What's the max here? Okay, that should be good then. Cool. Well, just to wrap things up, I hope you guys head over to the website TreeCityTrading. I added to the link to the new I added a link to the new Zen World Telegram. So that's Telegram from Crypto Bruh, one of the mods over there. Having fun chatting with the community. So definitely come talk, come chat about Zen. We have chats for all the different Zen ecosystems, all the different blockchains, and it's cool to see all these little different clicks start happening, and it's really exciting to see. Having a place to talk about Zen with other people is just nice. We also have a link to my Twitter, a link to my Telegram, which is pretty quiet. I basically just post the links for the YouTube. So it's a good follow there. And then also our YouTube. We have the link to track the portfolio. We do $100 every Friday. Definitely come check that out. See if we rebounded a little bit. Yeah, we're coming back a little bit. Take a look at our last 24 hours. And you can see we're up a little bit on our Cardano and Algorand and Polygon. So that's good. Right now we've put $500 in so far, and we're down about $52, so down 10% so far. Not too bad with considering the bearish news, and we'll continue to DCA every Friday around 8 p.m. and I thank you guys for coming. We will be back tomorrow. If not tomorrow, we'll be back Wednesday. I do have a couple videos planned. I'm gonna have to get those recorded in between work, and it's gonna be a fun week. So hope you guys stay safe. Everybody has a good night, and Tree City Trading is out. Later.